But just so you guys know, if you plan to ever do something like that, do not look at it with that specialized solar filter, because it can cause permanent damage or blindness to your eye. Hey everybody, this is Room360 here on the go, and it is now almost 6 o'clock in the morning, and we are going to Carlsbad Caverns. And that is because there is a lunar eclipse happening. I think it's lunar, or is it solar eclipse? One of those eclipses are happening today, and then the path of it is gonna be going through Carlsbad National Caverns, and we are going over there. I thought it would be a great thing to vlog, going back to Carlsbad Caverns, and I'm not sure that if we'll be able to see the bats going into the cave, because at dawn and at dusk you can see bats flying to and from the cave. I'm not sure that if we'll be able to catch that, probably not. But the eclipse is supposed to be taking place between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and it should be fun. So I just gotta grab some snacks. I got my bags packed, and yeah, let's go see this eclipse. These events are very rare, so that's the reason why I'm choosing to go. I think the last time I saw I experienced one, which was my first one actually, was a few years back. I think it was 2018, I think 2018, maybe 2017. Yeah, so there's another one that's gonna be today, and I'm like, oh yeah, we have to actually see this. So the one before, back in 2017 or maybe 18, I actually saw it start. I couldn't actually see it when it was exactly on the dot because I was busy at work. But I did see outside just go dark suddenly, like it just went dark. So and that was cool. So without further ado, yeah, let's go. Gotta lock the door, gotta lock the door. Uh-oh. We should be good. It is, I think, 6 o'clock right now. So, and an off topic, I guess, the camera that I'm using now, the G7X, I think it's by Sony, is it? Nope, it's by Canon. The Canon G7X, great camera, very small, great picture quality. It's great for personal vlogging. I'm just not a fan of the big, huge cameras with the big mics. But one thing I noticed about this camera that I didn't know is that the lens is not sealed from the environment. Because since I went to White Sands National Park, sand got in the lens area. So I got a few grains of sand between the lens, the actual camera lens, and the lens shield, I guess. Which is stupid, because I thought that thing was sealed where you couldn't get dust in there. Why would you make a camera, especially one that costs as much as this one, where the lens is not sealed from the environment? I don't get it. But this is something I'm gonna have to fix. Probably buy another camera while I send this one to be professionally cleaned. I think that might be the course of action, the right course of action. It is late at night. You know, something tells me that I may be an early bird, because I really like being up early and walking around while everybody's asleep. There's something about that. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, ladies. I just love this so much. This is awesome. This car makes me giggle inside, on the inside. Oh man, I like it. So we managed to fix the dent because somebody opened their doors and completely scratched my vinyl right here. So Isarap took a piece of blue and he put it right there, which blends quite well. Yeah, see, you can barely tell it's there. Good job. Good job, Isarap. Is that the clutch I'm pressing? Yep. Looks like we are good to go here.
Impacting the lives of kids thanks to your...
Looks like we're good to go here. So we have another Veloster. This is another Veloster. His Veloster is low. It's amazing to me how this car looks so much better lowered. For some reason mine sits high from the factory. But we are going to fix that. We are going to fix that very soon. Okay, look like we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and grab some snacks and be our way to Carlsbad. So there's this bakery down the block from me that opens at 5:30 a.m. I guess I should have came then. There's already a long line of people waiting for food. This is a very popular place. I mean, if you're open at 5:30 and customers are already lining up, that means you're doing pretty well. So yeah, I like their snacks here. But the food's pretty good too. I just didn't expect a whole lot of customers at this time. Jeez, that is crazy. Thank you. Alrighty. It's not bad actually. Not a whole lot of people, but for it being like 6, impressive. So we got some food and we are about to take off to Carlsbad right now. We should be there by 8:30. It's like a 2-hour and 16-minute drive. And I'm excited to see this thing. So supposedly there's gonna be free Eclipse glasses, and if they're not free, hopefully they're selling them. But it's at the caverns, so we're gonna drive up the cavern to see it. So, which is funny because the last time that we were there, Lucille was not wrapped, but she is now. Oh yeah, the sun is rising. Dawn is upon us. I like this when the sun rises right behind the mountains. When it's rising right behind the mountains, it looks so cool. So one of the members of Hero Society, as a matter of fact, the car club president, is already just ahead of me. I think he's about maybe 50 minutes ahead of me right now, heading to Carlsbad. So yeah. Just had an on-the-go breakfast, as I like to call it. Chicken quesadilla. People live out here like in the middle of nowhere. Like, to me, it's both exciting and scary at the same time. Not sure if you can see that house over there, but people live out here in the middle of nowhere, man. I don't know. It's cool because, you know, you're out there by yourself, you're not being bothered, but at the same time, man, if there's an emergency, there's no, like, your nearest neighbor is like 5 miles away. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, the infamous checkpoint, the infamous speed bump checkpoint. So soon this car is gonna be lowered, and I know it's gonna be an issue then, because I don't think I'm gonna put air ride on this car. I think I'm gonna keep it static. It's gonna be interesting when I drive through places like this. It's just the reason why I'm not sure about doing air ride, because coilovers will always be more reliable. It's just a fact. And also I need my trunk space, you know. I really do. I don't want to have to put a big compressor in the back where I can't store tires and stuff like that. So we'll see. State your citizenship. Are you a citizen of the United States? Yes, I am. Bye, Border Patrol. You guys are doing awesome. Okay, so I guess now it's off to Carlsbad. I'm not sure, but that speed bump kind of felt a little bit lower this time around. I don't know, because the last time I drove through here, man, it was a big speed bump. But I didn't quite get that from like just now. But yeah, man, like, you know, people live out here in the middle of nowhere, bro. I don't know, kind of. But every time that you wake up, like, you know, you wake up to this, man, I think it's much better than the concrete jungle, but that's just me. So not sure if you can see, but in the distance right there, well, not so much right now, there are a chain of mountains, and that's where that we're going to end up at Carlsbad. That's where that we're going to end up. As soon as we go over this little hill right there that we're going through, we should be able to see them again. I think it's the Guadalupe Mountains right there. I'm not sure. But I just love this. This is what I live for. I just love to drive through the country. This is my therapy, guys. I just love I just love this. This is where I feel sane. I just love it. If you can see in the distance right there, that's the area where that we're gonna end up. I'm not sure if the camera is actually showing it properly, but Carlsbad is around that area right there, and that's where we're heading. Dawn is upon us. Dawn is upon us right there. The sun's about to poke its bright and shining face. Happy weekend, everybody. Happy weekend. Gonna be right there. The sun is up, which is one of the key components for a lunar eclipse or solar eclipse. We need the sun. It's up. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're out there doing great, crushing it while I'm crushing this donut. Heading to Carlsbad for the eclipse. I hope it's awesome. I hope I can bring this to you. Lucille is working hard for us. Let's do it. Woo! This sun is killing my eyes. I gotta get me some shades. Because it's still too low for this visor to in fact work. It's probably not gonna work for another hour. It is 7:15. We're heading to Carlsbad. We should be there about 8:30-ish or something like that. So this sun is absolutely killing me. My eyes, that is. It seems that we gained 1 hour. We went from 8 to 9. I don't remember us crossing a time zone going to Carlsbad last time, but apparently that's the case. So, but it's already 9. I read somewhere that the eclipse should be at 10, so we will still be there in time. It's just I thought I'll be there at 8:30, but you know, look like we're looking at more like 9:30, but it's supposed to be there at 10. I think we're still good. We just crossed into New Mexico by Texas. New Mexico, we're almost there. Just as soon as we go over this hill, we're gonna be within proximity of Carlsbad, New Mexico. So far so good. I can feel my ears are starting to pressurize. So we're gaining altitude. You guys should know already what road this is. When we visited the caverns, that's the same road we took. We should be there momentarily. I think seeing it from here is gonna be awesome because of the location. So we're now back to from being 9, what should be 9:30, back to 8:30. Looked like we went in and out of a time. Zone, but we are here exactly as when I thought that we would be here about 8:30. It is now 8:28, and yeah, those views out here are spectacular. just like that, we are almost at the Carlsbad Caverns. This has got to be the coolest entrance of any cavern I've ever been. It is right on the other side of this mountain right here. A lot of trails out here. I did not realize that. I think I might hit one of these trails before we leave out here. One of the coolest entrances of any cavern, man. Epic. Carlsbad Cavern. If you've never been, you don't know what you're missing. I think it's the largest cave I've ever been. I think it's the largest cave system in the United States. I'm about pretty sure. But definitely the dopest entrance. We're almost there. We're starting to see the buildings right there. So I will see you over there shortly. All right, we are here at the caverns. It looked like the press, I guess, is already there. Or is it the cadre from the park? So it looked like it's gonna happen here pretty soon, and they're setting up to catch it. And yeah, let's go ask them if we get some visors and stuff. It's supposed to happen really soon. So I just talked to those guys. So what we're gonna get here is a crescent fire. It's not gonna be a full moon like a full circular fire here, and you can't look at it directly. So I think I'm gonna shoot my camera at it. But they said if you want to see a full one, it's gonna be at Carlsbad. So it's not gonna start until, I think he said 9:40. The moon is gonna start merging with the sun. But they said Carlsbad would be where we want to go see the full circular fire. So I have to make a choice within the next 5 minutes if I want to go to Carlsbad or see it right here. So I've decided to stay here at the Carlsbad Caverns because it's gonna start pretty soon. So plus there's park rangers here, there's telescopes here. I'm not sure exactly what's waiting for me in Carlsbad, the city. So plus I've already seen a full eclipse already, but it's going to get dark here. It's gonna pass by. It's just not gonna be a full complete circle, which is fine. The only thing is I couldn't find my visors this morning, but they have like telescopes and everything like that. So I think I'm gonna stick around, stay here. I think this is a good spot. Yep. So in about 15 minutes we're gonna start seeing the moon start to move towards the sun. So there's like scopes here, so you can really check it out. But just so you guys know, if you plan to ever do something like that, do not look at it without specialized solar filter, because it can cause permanent damage or blindness to your eye. So, you know, they do have solar filters, but it's a very limited amount. But we'll try and acquire one because I couldn't find mine. What a view. So I just caught a little bit of intel. So it looked like we are able to look into the telescopes, which I'm gonna do in about 20 minutes when it actually starts. So like I said, hopefully I'll be able to get those filters, because I couldn't find mine this morning. I'm still irritated by that. But I think there's another lunar eclipse in 2024, I think. But I think that one is going to be towards the center of the United States.
If you are looking for some glasses or some pinhole projectors, we have a very limited number of them. So if you
So there it is. We just got a pair, luckily. So supposedly it already started. Let me see if this works. I'm not sure. Can you guys see it? I don't know. Oh, see, there it is. You could see it. So this is what I'm gonna use to actually try to film this thing. So shout out to the ranger who gave me this. Yeah, so I'm looking up right now, though you guys are not. But yeah, I can see the moon is starting to merge with the sun. It looks really cool. It's starting to show. It's really small, but it's starting to show a little bit. Yep. So I'm not the only one here to see it, of course. It's beautiful today, and the people are looking at it, at the sun. So just to stress, do not look directly at the eclipse or you'll be blind. Oh yeah, it is definitely starting. So I have my glasses on and I'm looking up at the sun. It's definitely starting. Once it's complete, as in the crescent fire is complete, I'm gonna go and take a look at it at the scopes up there. Because I've already seen a full ring of fire before, but I've never seen a crescent one. So it will be awesome to see what a crescent fire looks like.
Be careful around the grasses and the rock walls. And also when you are looking at the sun, if you want to take photos, have your glasses, if you have them, in front of your camera lenses. Otherwise you will melt your camera lenses inside of the camera. And of course, as always, do not stare at the sun without proper protection or having a pinhole visor. Again, in about 20 minutes we'll get complete coverage or partial coverage of the sun, and that will be about a 90% coverage. So we'll get a crescent fire, not a ring of fire.
It's starting to get dark. Almost full crescent right now. It's looking really dark right now. This is so cool. Let's check out the telescope. It is so dark right now. We're getting ready to look into this giant telescope. You guys should be here, but it's so dark right now. So it's almost a complete circle, but not quite. So it's definitely crescent, but it's almost a full.
Thank him. He's kind of in charge of it. Oh, it worked out there or no?
No, it did not. Not for the video. No, that's fine.
Yeah, thanks. If you want to take a picture on your phone, I'll let you hop back in real quick.
Oh, sure. Well, let me get back online.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. So I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but it's still a little bit kind of dark outside. That's because the crescent eclipse is still going on, and I'm gonna give a full report of my experience at Zoom HQ, and I'll see you guys then. Have a good rest of your day, and let's go back to Zoom HQ in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, we are back at the Zoom HQ, and actually it's been several days since the last footage, because things got unusually busy very quickly since that trip to Carlsbad Cavern. Well, I've learned something. In order for you to get a good eclipse, for you to get a good eclipse video on camera, you have to reduce the amount of light going into the camera. So the G7X, there is a way to do that. I saw the dial that actually shows you how much light is going in, but I couldn't find the correct setting to actually be able to change that specific dial, and that's what was causing the issue. But at the end, I kind of used the focus that's on the camera, where that you can actually, like, you know, manually try to manipulate the focus, and I was able to get that footage for you where that you can actually see the crescent around the sun. That's not quite the shot I wanted. I kind of wanted something clear, like I was seeing it through the visors, but it didn't work out that way. There's another one that's coming up in April 24 in Central Texas. I will be there. I'm gonna make sure I figure that part out from the camera and be able to show you guys the way I really wanted to show you guys. But overall, I think it went fairly well. And the next spot will be a full eclipse, so that should be fun. So I had a great time, and I think that's all I had to say here at Zoom HQ. It was a great trip, well worth it, and Carlsbad Cavern itself is well worth it. This is my second time there. Well, that was my second time there. Went through the cave again, and it was like seeing it again for the first time. Such an amazing place to walk through, and we will be going back there a third time for us to be able to catch the bats, either coming out or flying into the cave. One of those days I gotta make that happen. So yeah, so this is Zoom 360 inviting you to get up, get out and do it. Don't just watch me. Go and do these things. Do them yourself. Have a good time, and like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.